Miles Davis.
You should be getting this. You should be happy
Don't
about
tell
that.
Me.
Don't tell me
Don't
what
tell
I should
me.
be bloody happy about.
What's to be happy about? Hello, Miles.
You should be happy about the WNBA being on. It's where it's at nowadays.
Mate, I tell you, don't even get me started on Sky TV. We're just playing some clips from Andrew Webster there. Just went to the presser, mate. I don't know whether you heard any of those, but you wanted to talk about the Warriors and the Crusaders, both teams on the basis of having brilliant seasons last season, not so much this year. And I know that outside of your St. George Dragons, you do love the Warriors. What's going wrong, dude?
Yeah, I honestly, I've been thinking about it for both sides, and you look at it and you think, I think that there's probably different reasons for each of the sides. The Crusaders have got a new coach. Warriors have still got the same coach. Warriors have got essentially the same squad. Crusaders have lost maybe the man that the All Blacks are desperate to get back. Surely he can't be that influential, or can he? All I do know is look at them now, both sides are just totally lacking in confidence. It's almost, it's quite sad. I mean, not that I really should feel sorry for the Crusaders, but I like Rob Penny. And you look at them and you think, well, how on earth is this franchise that's won 7 on the trot, second from bottom? Only the Waratahs beneath them in the table. What's led to this lack of confidence? What's led to the lack of performance? They had one little lift where you thought, yeah, they might be back on it, and then bam, they've dropped down straight away. I mean, they're not really getting thrashed by anyone, and they got close at the weekend, but there's just, once you get down like that, maybe they haven't got players within that side that can lift them. They haven't got the leaders that they need to lift them up and say, look, guys, this is, let's pull them up by the old bootlaces, as they say. The Warriors, I think, has been even more just bizarre, the way that they've suddenly dropped. They had a couple of dodgy ones early on, then it looked like they were back in the groove. Now they look totally lost, and I honestly don't know where they're going to get their next win from.
Yeah, mate. And one of the, you say there about the lack of confidence, and both the players that are fronted today, Jazz Tavanga and Bunty Afai, both talked about that. They said, the players are down on confidence, the squad is down on confidence. I don't know. I mean, how do you inject? Obviously, a win changes that. I mean, let's be honest. But we're looking at Penrith this weekend. But how do you get people's confidence back up? Apart from what Andrew Webster is saying, do the little things, make your tackles, charge down, follow up, good sets of 6. Is that where you start, just with the most basic fundamental aspects of the game?
I think sometimes, if you look at it, and a lot of it's got to come down to Webster. He's got to be able to, in these situations, lift the players. Those magnificent speeches, the ones you watch on 30 for 30 on ESPN, where those college basketball coaches get a team, when they say all you lot are ordinary people, but every day ordinary people do extraordinary things. That sort of spine-tingling stuff, but probably delivered in a more passionate way. But I think it's down to him to try and sort of infuse them with that. And maybe there's all this focus on the little things, focus on that one. What about going back to the old Warriors? They're so predictable, it looks, at the moment.
Yeah, true.
But there's none of that razzle-dazzle. Maybe, you're losing anyway. Why not give that a little bit of a go? Or do you believe that they're so entrenched in their way now that they're incapable of playing that sort of rugby league?
I didn't think at this stage of the season I'd be sitting there saying, I wish I was in your St. George Dragons position. These are your last 6 games, mate. You lost to the Knights, you beat the Tigers, you beat the Warriors, you got 60 put on you by the Roosters, you lose to the Sharks, and then you beat the Rabbits. So it's 1-3, lost 3. How do you go through this on a weekly basis, knowing that one week you're going to be like, then in the next week it's that?
I'm just grateful for that weeks, the good weeks, because I was expecting the loss followed by loss, followed by loss, followed by another loss. It's really has surprised me. I wasn't expecting anything. I remember talking to at the beginning of the season that I was going to actually be looking forward to supporting the Warriors, because I thought they were the main chance for me getting any joy out of the NRL this year. And it's turned around to be the other way around. Now, how long it will continue, I don't know. But if you look at that Dragon side, there's obviously some sort of confidence and belief in there that they can bounce back from a crushing defeat. They weren't that bad against the Sharks, and the Sharks are a really good outfit this year. I was interested as well, just talking about the Warriors, with this, it just shows to me how different coaches are that can consistently raise their sides to do it. If you look at Alex Ferguson, one of your heroes, Sir Alex, you look at Craig Bellamy in the NRL, and Wayne Bennett. Those are the guys you think, good coach, but they've got the ability to bring up, no matter how many players go and changes, they've got that ability to raise those sides. And Webster, at the moment, hasn't quite captured that. And it's a lot tougher, I think, than people imagine.
Was this the moment that the Premiership went to, or the Premier League rather, went to Man City? Reminded me of Michael Thomas. Remember that? Arsenal, Liverpool, 89, when he was through on goal, last kick of the season?
Well, they won though.
Yeah, apart from that, but it was just
so
that.
Apart from the fact that he actually scored and won the title for them up at Anfield in 1989. Yeah, no. So I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Okay, well, it was just what I mean. It was a 1-on-1, and with the whole of the season almost on the line, it's just a goalkeeper and a striker. What happens? Well, Thomas scored.
Yeah, but the goalkeeper scored. The goalkeeper saved this one, and Thomas scored.
Yeah, and Robin
anyway,
against Casillas, World Cup final 2010. I mean, I'm just, same thing. No, but I do understand.
But when that happened, I thought, well, bang goes the opportunity for Arsenal to win the title. But even more important than that, I put a little bet on 3 corners each, Haaland and Son both to score. So I was up out of my chair going, get in, my little Korean friend.
Yes.
And then I abused him afterwards. It's amazing how they managed. I mean, that really, and it was a great save as well. It wasn't as if Son missed it or hit it poorly. The guy stuck out his right leg, at full stretch to get a touch on that and save it. So it's a phenomenal save. But you look at that, and City then go on and they get the penalty and they go on and comfortably win in the end. But you look at now, Arsenal have got one game left. City have got one game left, but City have got the upper hand because they've got 2 points more. A draw with Arsenal winning will give the title to Arsenal. But unfortunately, City are playing West Ham.
They're playing your mob.
I was just talking to Lockie before, and they're up at the they're at the Etihad as well. They're at home. So I said to Lockie before, West Ham will ship 6. Double 6, mate. So there's absolutely no chance whatsoever. Right. I don't think the moist sire is going to rise from the dead and create another miracle there. It's all over.
Yeah, and look, I've read a lot of traffic on social media today, Arsenal fans moaning and bitching. They're all bitching about the financial fair play regulations, which City will never get punished for and everything else. And Arsenal have won 15 out of the last 17. They've drawn one of those, won 15, drawn 1, and actually lost 1 out of the last 17 games. I mean, that normally would win you a title, but you're up against a juggernaut here. I can understand the frustration from the Arsenal fans, but they also lost at home to Aston Villa a couple of weeks ago in a really crucial game at home that even if they got a point, actually they would have had to win that game. But look, this is what a season is, mate. It comes down to margins, doesn't it? And Man City, over the last 7 years, this is going to be the 6th time they get it right. I mean, you can't deny that.
Exactly. But you look at their bench, and it's better than the starting lineup of most of the top 6 sides. It's absolutely ridiculous. And one thing I noticed today, that the City group, that own clubs all over the world, I didn't realise that they own Girona in Spain, who are at the moment second in La Liga. And I was thinking, what a great thing for a little club like Girona, to get Champions League football. And then I realised, I found out that I had no idea that they're owned by the bloody City Group. So that's why they're up there, because all the money's come into it. You need a little bit more than money. You can plough loads of money in. I mean, West Ham spent $500 million and we're still crap. But if you've got it, you've certainly got a massive advantage over everyone else.
Well, you should be getting your accreditation through in the next day or so you can go and represent us platform at the Phoenix on Saturday night. They reckon it's going to be 30,000. It might even be sold out. Biggest football fixture in Wellington since the Bahrain game, and obviously then, the club games that followed since then. Is there a, no pun intended, a fever pitch happening in Wellington? I can imagine that the city would be getting bulk behind this, wouldn't it?